You know how it is.
We on the record.
We live, brother.
Today,
We are live.
Today we're here with Brayden Cruz Diaz.
Hey, good
One
to
of
be
my
here.
recent
Appreciate you
boys.
having me.
Of course, of course. We're just gonna talk about anything and everything. I'm gonna ask some questions as we go along. But how's your day been so far?
Shoot, bro. You know, making the most out of every day. Cannot lie, bro. Life's been good. God's been good. Not much really. Just have class and
Yeah.
just got a lot of things tonight. But it's a blessing to be busy,
Yeah. No, you always be positive. Like that's something I'll be looking up
bro.
to.
That's what it's all about, bro.
Have you always been that positive?
You know, I would say like growing up, definitely, I was a pretty happy guy. You know,
Yeah.
and then I think one of those things. There's like a bunch of family things that happened. And you know things like, you know, obviously life's not always gonna go your way,
Yeah.
but after that, like, you really, like, you know, you bounce back. And like being at college, being everything, I've just always had the mentality, you know, like, what is there to be sad about? You know, at the end of the day, like, I'm blessed, you know, like, I have food in my stomach, bro, a place to sleep, and good friends to be around. Like, I wake up mad happy. You know how it is, brother.
Always, bro. That's crazy. Nah, something I be admiring about you is like everybody around campus be knowing you for positive reasons.
Oh,
too,
nah, not even, bro.
bro. How do you be like meeting all those people and like you know their names and you be like connecting with them?
You know, so I guess for me personally, like, my whole like perspective on life, right?
Yeah.
Is like, life is all about connections. Life is all
Okay.
about love, right?
Okay.
Spreading love, receiving love. And for me personally, like, I love meeting new people. Like, I just love being a jolly guy, you know. I love
Yeah.
like just being able to say like, "Yo, what's up" to somebody, you know, like, just
Exactly.
like, even if it's like a small little smile. I think that's like, for me personally, that's, I find like a lot of purpose in it, right?
Uh-huh.
And like, I think that's something important to me. So I think like, since I've been here, I really try to be like, you know, take the time to try to meet as many people as, just put myself out there. Because at the end of the day, like, obviously I'm probably like making a fool out of myself most times, but like at the end of the day, like, a quote I saw was like, embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. Go out there and make a fool out of yourself, you know?
Damn.
And so like, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I just like saying what's up, you know, being positive and just being able
Yeah.
to meet all these new people.
Damn. So you not afraid of like embarrassing yourself just for
Yeah, for the most part, no. I just like, I'm like, life is too short. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's something
at the
else
end
you
of the
be
day,
saying.
like, there's also like so many people here at Williams, and I just love getting to know like all these different people. Like, everyone is
Yeah.
so cool for their own perspective, like their own respective reasons.
Yeah.
And like getting to know that, like getting to know, oh, like who you are, like what do you love to do, like, you know, tell me about yourself. Like, I think I just love it so much.
Damn, that's fire, bro. Hold on. Let's see what we got next. Oh, something I be wondering about you is like if money didn't exist, because we talked about this in the
Yeah,
gym.
yeah,
like,
okay.
We trying to do like IB, trying to go into finance.
Yeah.
But if money didn't exist, like what passion would you follow?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I think when it comes down to it, like, if I could do anything in the world,
Anything.
right, it'd be right behind it. It'd be this right here, bro. I would love to like go around the world, perform, play at shows, you know,
Yeah.
like play guitar. I think like that's the thing that like has always, like, ever since I picked up a guitar and started to learn how to play it, bro, like, I've been obsessed. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like late at nights, I just love playing my favorite songs, you know, put on some Zach Bryan, you know, just playing with friends. So like, if, you know, again, if money didn't exist, I would just be dedicated to guitar, just like keep getting
Yeah.
better and everything like that.
Man, why do you feel like it changes now that money does exist? Like, why do you feel
Yeah.
like you still can't follow it though?
Yeah, nah, I mean, I think like I can, like, something I still love to play a lot, right? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, I like, my perspective on life is like my main goal, right? I was talking to a friend about this the other day. Like, what's your mission? Like, she said, if you had to like put your mission
Yeah.
like into like one word, like, I realized my mission in life is to provide for those I care about and love, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so when I think about it like long term, like my mom like has fought so hard. You know, she grew up in Mexico, came here when she was 15, right?
Okay.
You know, like, she's always been my inspiration. She, you know, she started working like for making $5 an hour,
Wow.
right? Like, she had my sister at 17, me at 21, right? And so she like had nothing when she came. And she's
Yeah.
built such a strong life, like, out of nothing. And that was my inspiration, you know. And now where I'm at college, I have this opportunity to be something else and, you know, continue growing that.
Yeah.
And so that's something that still, like, motivates me all this way. You know, like, I'm going to keep fighting hard for, like, not even myself,
Yeah,
but for,
yeah.
like, eventually that's why, like, you know, I can retire my mom. I can buy her house, you know. And for my kids, you know, for my family, I can really provide, and anyone else I love, you know, care about. So that's something I've always prioritized, you know. And that's why, like, I heard about IB, like, I was like, oh, this is what I need to do, you know.
Yeah.
Shoot, you know, to get to the money, you got to go where it is.
I believe it. So giving back to your mom.
Yeah.
Is the main thing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like once you've acquired enough wealth, like you would go back to doing the music stuff?
You know, one of my best friends, her dad, once gave me the advice.
Yeah.
Like he was like, get so rich that you can do anything that you love, right? And he, you know, he loved music too. Like, he loves it.
Yeah.
And he got very successful to the point where he started like the first like country festival in Naples, Florida, and now like it's huge. Like, you know, like thousands and thousands of people go. And because like he started, like, you know, like he was able to play on stage in front of all those people. Like, he did it, you know, because he just got enough money that he could do it, you know.
That's wild.
And so definitely, like, once I have the resources and everything like that, I definitely, you know, want to do a similar thing. Cause like, why not, you know?
Do you feel like though if you wait too long, like the passion might like pass you by though?
I mean, I think like what I've realized, like, that guitar, like, is something I think I always loved doing. Like, I grew, even though I only started playing guitar like 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, like, I've always loved music.
Okay.
And I think that's always, you know, like, I started making music, like, just like with my friend in 6th grade, like, we bought like a little mic, you know, like, we just be making some goofy songs, bro, you know. But like, other than, like, that passion has always been there.
Okay.
So I think like no matter how old I'll be, you know, that love for music is always gonna stay.
Gotcha. Damn.
And like, you know, like, music, bro, is the best thing in the world. Like, it controls my emotions. Like, I wake up in the morning, I put on some jolly music, bro. I be dancing, bro. I be grooving, bro. I be going to get breakfast, bro. Just wanting to like just dance, and like that's why I'm always in a good mood, bro. Just like music really just like it just fuels me.
Damn, I'm aspiring to be like that. Sometimes I don't be listening to music because I'm like, nah, I can't listen to music. I gotta be locked in. But the music be painting a good picture of your life.
Yes, bro. It feels who I am today, bro.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Okay. What was your lowest moment, if you ever had one, and how did you like bounce back from that?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, there was I would say my lowest moment was really like freshman fall, right?
Okay.
Like an unexpected thing happened, and like at the end of the semester, I had to go home, right?
Okay.
And I generally thought like leaving this place, like there was like things that happened, and I didn't think I was coming back, like genuinely, right? And so, you know, like things like that, like so would it like seriously something like that? I don't like. It would just like I didn't tell anyone, right? Because I like first of all, freshman fall, like I made a bunch of friends, but like, you know, like it's hard, you know.
It is. And
it was like really weird thinking about it because like I know like then like I remember like on like the day before I left back home, right? Like I do the things I'm like in my mind, I'd always think like this is the last time I'm doing this with these people, like, you know. And I was hanging out with some of my friends. I'm like dang, like you don't even know for real, you know.
Yeah.
And it was hard. And then I missed like almost like I think like 2 weeks of school. And then like things like when I was home also took an unexpected twist too. I came back to Williams to my surprise, and after that, like I don't know, like it was also really hard like academically because it's right before finals week, bro. Like missing like 2 weeks of school, like dog, like, you know, I was like I don't even know, and that was also really hard. But that's the thing I've realized. That I think being at a point so low, like that's I think what drives me to be so happy today, right? Okay. I think it's really given me such a unique perspective on life and things like that, to the point where like I'm like I've known how that felt, like I know where I'm at now, so that's why like I don't take the little things for granted anymore, you know?
Okay.
And like that's what really like fuels who, like, you know. When I think about my joy on a day to day, I'm like, wow, like I could just get to like walk around, like, you know, hang out with some amazing people.
Yeah.
Like, what more could I want in life? You know, I have a family that loves me. You know, I have friends that care about me, and I get the opportunity to learn at an amazing school. You know, and so I think having that perspective really like I was able to bounce back and like be even more appreciative of what like of my life now. You know, and I think that's one of the most important things I took away from that.
I'm glad you better, bro. I'm glad.
You know what I'm saying? Every day, you know, is a new day, brother.
Honestly. All right, let's see what else we got here. I think you already said that. Best piece of advice. What would you say is your greatest achievement so far?
Oh.
If you have one.
Yeah. You know, okay, this sounds gonna sound super superficial, right? And the when you say achievement, like I don't know if this is my greatest one, but something I was like definitely really proud of, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just in my mind because it was recently, but getting into IB, right?
Yeah.
You know, like obviously, like yeah, it's like hard, but like it's not, obviously not impossible. Like you know, a lot of people hear Williams do it, but something I think it meant a lot more to me than I think the typical person, right? Because to me it was like more than a job, right? It was like a symbol, like it was like a, you know, like for all like the struggle that my mom went through, you know, like our family has been through, you know, like I remember like I went out to the Super Day, and everything like that. Like I got the call back that I got the offer, right? And I remember just calling my mom and I FaceTime my sister and like I was like, guys, like I got the offer, you know? And like they were like, I was like, you know, like I was like, it was one of those things where it was like it wasn't even for me. Like I think it was just like a symbol for like, you know, like making progress, you know? Because like, you know, when I said like my mom when she came here, she made $5 an hour, you know? And she didn't know English. You know, she taught herself how to learn English. She got her GED here. You know, like she worked so hard to get me in this position where I am now. And I think just like receiving something like that, going into IB, like was something that like meant so much. If it meant like I was progressing, you know, like I used what she was able to give me and like to progress my own life for us, like as a family. So I think that's something that's like that, like meant a lot to me. Even though like obviously like, you know, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but.
Yeah, congrats on getting in, bro. Congrats
Appreciate
again,
you,
bro.
brother.
That's crazy. All right. Let's see. Damn, I think we went through all of it. Oh, last thing before we just have like a regular convo and finish it. But like, did you ever feel like you wanted to change yourself? Like you weren't happy where you were and like you wanted to change yourself?
Yeah, great question. You know, so this is good. So, as you know, I was in a long-term relationship, right?
Yeah.
We were about to reach 5 years,
Yeah.
right? And then last year, we ended things. And at that point, right, it was a big moment of reflection, right? Like you end a 5-year relationship, like you're gonna think about things, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what the heck happened, you know? Because it was also really random. It was out of nowhere. It wasn't like anything bad, but it was one of the reasons so I have so much respect for her still. She's an awesome person. We don't talk anymore, but you know I'm wishing her the absolute best.
Of course.
And it was out of nowhere. She basically was just like, oh, like we started dating when we were 14. You know, at this time, like it was right before I turned 20. You know, so it was like she was like, we've been dating since we were like little kids. Like I just want to know what it's like to be single, like what it's like to be myself. You know.
Gotcha.
And so obviously, like when you hear that out of nowhere, it's like dog. You're like, what? You're like, how? Because like I've known her from like all my like high school, like everything. You know, like that's who I was. You know.
Damn.
And in that moment, I really like took a lot of reflection. I'm like, who am I as a person? You know, like, and something I realized was like that being in a relationship so young that I kind of started relying on her for like that confidence, right? Yeah. For that sort of like affirmation. You know, she was always be there to give me support and things like that. And it wasn't something that I learned on my own, like how to get that for myself, you know? And since then, at first, obviously, it's going to be hard, you know? But I think, like, I was like, who do I want to be as a person, right? And it really, like, clicked in my mind. Like, I want to be someone that, like, can be confident in myself, who is, like, proud of, like, the values I stand on. And since then, like, I think I've grown a lot. And I think it's been really awesome. And I think, like, it was definitely for the best, right? Like, I've been learning so much. And, like, I've really learned how, like, to find pride in myself, find that confidence within myself.
Gotcha.
And, like, one of the best things I also realized was, like, she really taught me like how to love and like how to receive love, you know? And if anything, like that's what I'm so grateful for because now I know I can really care about someone, you know, like I know how to treat people, right? On that fundamental level. So it was just like one of those things where it's like, whoever comes next, whenever like that may be, you know, like I really know I'm gonna be so much stronger, like as a fundamental person, and like I'm gonna be a lot more proud of who I am going into that, you know,
Gotcha.
and really taught me to like understand my worth and my value, you know.
That's crazy, bro. Was there anything like specific that like you had to do like once you guys like let each other go to like get to this point now, or just like it just took time to like gain confidence in yourself?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like it's just obviously one day at a time, but it's like
Yeah.
in the little things, you know, like for example, like I felt like I started really putting myself out there more, you know, just like starting conversations with new people, you know, like even more, you know, like really trying to connect with more people, joining new clubs, you know, and putting myself out there, really getting involved. Not only that, but like, you know, it's things like working out more. Like now, like these last couple of weeks have been consistent, and like I've been really proud of that in myself. You know, like, you know, we've been out there grinding. And it's just like one of those things that it's like I'm just like, who do I want to be as a person? I want to be someone that like people can look at and are like okay, like yeah, like he's caring, he's like just a good person, someone that's like has good values, you know. Gotcha. And when I think about like also like I want to be someone that I can trust myself. Like if I tell myself I'm gonna work out, like I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna do it, and build that confidence up within myself that way.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it's I guess like, you know, it's definitely for the best. And you know, like now, like it's strange because like it was just so long that it was more like, you know, it's like losing like a best friend, you know. But again, like life has been great, and you know, like I've been really grateful just to be here at an amazing school. You know, nothing to complain about, bro. Still got some amazing friends, bro.
That's awesome, bro.
That's what it's all about.
Well, I appreciate your time, Brayden.
I appreciate you having me, Z.
Crazy convo. I love it, man. Love
Yes,
everything
sir.
you're telling me. But yeah, so.
Hey, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you guys next time.
Dang.